everybody, Jessie here from jessiebanks.com, and I'm back with another video. Been on a roll lately. This time I'm coloring up for you a digital stamp from Power Poppy. It's called French Lilac. I'll have the link in the description box below. I'm using some of my Schmincke watercolors, some of my Daniel Smith, some of my Core. I am a watercolor junkie. It's absolutely ridiculous, and you definitely don't need as many paints as I have. Although want them all, but I don't have them all. But you don't need them, I promise. Really, you don't. Anyway, I'm just starting by adding in some yellow into the background here. And I had some leftover color on my palette from the last time I used yellow. I'm not sure what it was that I painted. Yeah, but something. And then I couldn't quite get it pastel-y again, like to the same tone, so I added a little bit of white. And now we're just painting that on because I mixed all the yellows on my palette together, and that's what I got. Because I'm very scientific like that. So I don't know what colors are in it. I don't know what yellows are in it. I know that there's a few mixed together from, I don't know if they're all Schmincke or what they are. But anyway, I did post this. If you guys follow Power Poppy or me anywhere on social media, I did post a picture of this one at an angle when I had just put the yellow in the background here. And then I also posted a picture of my filming setup at my kitchen table because I was filming at my kitchen because it was sunny and it was gorgeous and I really enjoyed sitting in the window and I didn't want to be in the basement, so I did it upstairs. But yeah, so I posted all those things, so this is the image from that. And I had tons of fun. This is sped up to 4 times the original speed and it's like 15 minutes long, so it took me like an hour-ish, give or take a little bit, to paint this. Now that is stopping to let things dry and stuff of that nature. That's not in here recorded wise, but so I really enjoy doing watercolor. It's been super fun lately. I've enjoyed every minute of it. So I'm just going through, and what I'm doing is I'm fading it out to white in the larger areas, and I'm going through and I'm deciding what is negative space in all of those lilacs. So anywhere that you can see all the way through and there isn't a flower, I'm painting that yellow. And I do miss a few and have to go back and add them in after the fact. But I'm taking my time and I'm just kind of working my way through. I'm using a round number 8. I use that quite a bit. It gets a nice point on the brush, so I can still get into super tiny areas with it, even though I can lay it down and make a nice thick stroke of paint, and it'll hold lots of paint and lots of water. So now I'm going through with my next color, and this is Quinacridone Coral from the Daniel Smith line. I love this color. I've been using this color like crazy. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I need to buy, I like the quinacridone colors, so I'm probably going to order a few more because that's, yeah. I want quinacridone pink and red, and yeah, I like them. I have the purple too. I use it on this card. So, but I'm definitely getting lots done. It's been great fun. I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching them, and there's more coming, and I hope to keep growing the channel, and that it's just been thoroughly enjoyable the last few weeks filming and editing, and the last few months I felt really like into everything. Nothing's been torture and nothing's felt like work, and it's all just been entertainment and fun, which is what this is supposed to be because this is my hobby. This is not my job. So a few things that I usually don't mention in videos that I get asked a lot that I probably should be mentioning all the time, you know how that goes. The brushes I'm using are the Silver Black Velvet brushes. I love them. They're expensive. You don't need them, but I love them. I have a round 2, 4, and an 8, and a small mop brush. And I found a place in Calgary that sells them, so I picked up one or two when we went at Christmas. And when we go again this summer, I'll probably go back and get 1 or 2 more. And I'm just going to slowly build my collection of them because I like them a lot. And I would rather buy 1 or 2 of these than a bunch of crummy brushes that I'm going to chuck. That does not mean that none of that other brushes aren't good. I have some Princeton brushes, the red handle on them, that I really, really like too. They just don't come to quite as fine of a point as these brushes do. And I think they're really pretty because they're black. Let's be honest. I just think they're beautiful. They're beautiful brushes. So, and the paper I'm using on this one is Fabriano Artistico 140-pound hot press watercolor paper. I do cut it down to 8.5 by 11 sheets when I want to use it for digital stamps, because I run it through my printer. I don't have a problem with my printer. I get a slight like bow in my printer from my laser printer, but nothing gets really, really curly. I have no issues with it whatsoever. I know some people have issues with their laser printers really making their paper curly, that they can't get it to flatten out really easy, and I don't have that problem. I use an HP LaserJet CP1025 NW Color. And I paid like $100 for it in Canada at Staples. Super cheap printer. I wouldn't put 300-pound, well, might try and put 300-pound watercolor paper through it, but it probably wouldn't be a good idea. I stick everything through it. I stick Arches 140 cold press watercolor paper. I stick this watercolor paper. I stick Express It blending card through it. I stick Nina Solar White 110-pound paper through it. I've stuck the Canson mixed media paper through it, Canson watercolor paper through it. If I can cut it to 8.5 by 11, I'll try and stick through there. And I haven't had anything not agree with me yet, so I'll continue to do so. I buy off-branded ink for my printer as well. I don't pay a fortune for the HP toner cartridges. I just buy the off-branded ones off of Amazon, and I have no issues with them either. I use this printer for everything, for watercolor, pencil crayons, Copic markers, ink tints, anything I'm going to color goes through this printer. It's the only one I own. I also print patterned paper with it because it prints great color. So I love it. It's a fantastic all-purpose printer, and if it was to die tomorrow, I would go to Staples and buy the exact same one again. And so yeah, so I think that kind of covers everything that I normally forget to talk about and get asked every once in a while. If you guys do have any questions, definitely leave them down below, and when I do my next watercolor video, I filmed another watercolor video tonight, aside from this one. So I know I have another one coming, but if you guys have any specific questions about the medium or anything like that that you would like me to answer, and if it's something I can answer verbally, I'll definitely answer it in the next watercolor video. If it's something that I have to show or anything like that, I'll put it on the list and I'll try and get a video done for it to give you guys the information you're looking for. I am going to pull out my Peerless watercolors and my Gansai Tombies. I'm going to do a video with those hopefully coming up. Because I have them and I don't use them as much as I should, and I probably should use them more. So I'm going to hopefully get into filming a lot more things with a bunch of different mediums that I've been kind of ignoring lately. Come on, kitty. And getting that kind of stuff done, because I know lots of people have those in their stash, and I mean, they're great too. So if you've got them, you might as well use them. So we're still just adding that quinacridone coral through there, and now I'm going in and I'm starting with, I think this is May Green out of my Schminke palette, that I'm just putting in first to block in the green leaves. And then I add Sap Green from Daniel Smith, and Shadow Violet I use from Daniel Smith, and I think that's it to paint out those leaves. I enjoyed this. I sat in my kitchen at my dining room table, and you can see the sun peeking through onto my hand. I ended up having to put a piece of watercolor, or put a piece of white cardstock between like my tripod and my computer to block the light coming through, so that I didn't have like a strip of sunlight across the image for too long. I think it's there for a little while in the video, but I tried to kind of stop it as much as I could, because you guys can kind of see it poking through. So, but it was nice to sit and paint, and it was just relaxing. I thoroughly enjoyed it, so it was fun. And I know the ladybug's climbing sideways, but that's okay. They can do that. They have sticky feet, I think. I hope. I think so. So this is a Shadow Violet color. I love this color. It's like a purple and a blue, and they separate, and if you wet it and then you let the color separate, you can get like more purple or more blue, or you can mix them together and get the actual color that it's supposed to be. I really enjoy it. I was happy I picked that one up. I like when I buy new colors and I find like a couple good gems in the handful of colors I bought. Like, which, I mean, they always are because the newest ones I have are the ones I want to use the most. Because, yeah. So it's just slowly adding layers and layers and layers. And I do let all of my colors dry in between coats. So now I'm going on and I'm doing my flowers. And this goes really, really fast. I only put 2 coats, 1 of each color on there, and that's all she got. So I started off here going through and adding, this is Opera Pink from Daniel Smith. This color is gorgeous. It is like a neon bright, beautiful pink. This color is not light fast whatsoever. It fades super fast. It will not stand up in sunlight at all. I doubt it would stand up well even in non-direct sunlight. It's a very poor light fast rating. They post it right on their site that it's poor, and everybody knows. Well, most people know, and if they don't know, they should know. So listen to me. This color has a poor, horrible light fast rating. That being said, this color is absolutely beautiful. So I figure I'm using it on a card. The card is probably not going to be around forever. As much as I would love to think that everybody takes my cards and frames them and puts them on the wall like my aunt did with some that I gave her. They don't. Lots of them end up in the recycle bin, in the trash, and destroyed. And that's okay because I enjoy making them, and that's really all that matters. So if I use a non-light fast color on a watercolor card, that's okay, because it's a really, really pretty color, so it's worth it, because it's beautiful. So I'm just going through and I'm adding some of that to every single flower and bud on the page. And then I'm going to, I think I add some red to, yeah, I'm not even sure which red it is. I grabbed one out of my Schminke palette and I just put it over top of the ladybug to start. And now I'm going back through all of these flowers and I'm adding in the purple. And the purple I'm using is quinacridone. I think it's just quinacridone purple. It might be quinacridone violet. I'm not sure which one it is. Hang on. Let me go check. Okay, so it's called quinacridone purple. I just went and checked the tube. So it's like, now it's gonna bug me. Not sure if it's quinacridone violet or purple that I own. No, it's purple. And it's a beautiful color. I think it was one of their new ones last year. So it was one of Daniel Smith's colors for 2016. They just released 8 for 2017. Yeah, let's not have that conversation. Or I'm going to go spend money that I don't need to be spending. Anyway, so I'm going through and I'm adding purple and I'm kind of adding them to the center of some and adding them to the outside of others. And I'm leaving lots of white space and I'm leaving a fair bit of the pink showing. And when I had first started this, I had 100% intended to go back through with a color like dioxazine purple or that shadow violet color, or maybe even some Payne's gray with a bluish hue to it. I have Daniel Smith's and I have, Core's and I have Schminke's because apparently I love that color, to make them really, really dark and bold. And then I get to the end of this and I love it. And I'm like, oh, it's bright and cheery and I think it's so pretty and I don't want to do anything else to it. So I sent Marcella a picture of it, and Marcella is the owner of Power Poppy. She designs all of these stamps that I adore and color all the time because they're fantastic and you should really own them all. And I said, I wanted to do more, but I think it's done. And Marcella said to me, hang on, let me open up my phone here. Marcella said, where is it? Yes, sometimes hard to step away, but I think it's time to step away. It is perfect. So I didn't do anything else to it, and I pulled it off of the tape, took it downstairs, I cut it down to fit on top of a standard A2 size card, so it is like 1/4 of an inch smaller, so it's roughly 4 by 5 1/4, and I attached it onto a white card base, and I called it good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll have links to my Facebook group, my blog, the image, everything in the description box. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.